Hey, Jack Squad, how everybody doing today? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. Got to make it happen for yourself. Listen, I'm trying to reach the 3,000 subscribers, almost there. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right? All of my social media stuff is down in the description box, as well as my email and my Cash App. So if you want to tell me something, make a comment, feel free to email me if you don't want to put it in the comments. And if you want to donate to my channel, please do so. Cash App down there too, right? So anyway, y'all, I got a dating story. Now we're going to call this dating story Big Country. Big Country. That's the guy. His name is Big Country. Okay? Now, I take a sip of water before I get started. Now, I told y'all before that I was through with the Facebook dating app. But I have several friends who are married. I have friends currently right now that's met somebody on there. I know people. I know people that got married recently. I know folks. So I took myself off and I said, well, let me give it a try. Listen to my one girlfriend, a couple of my girlfriends, right? One of them, she met somebody, so I'm like, okay, let's see. I ain't really been going nowhere, nothing too much. And see, now, I don't know what's going to happen because we got monkeypox down here. You got COVID is back on the rise again. So, I don't know, right? I know the Lord is trying to tell us something. Everybody need to get right. I'm right. So I'm trying to figure out what my thing at, right? But anyway, I said I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it one more try. That's what I'm going to do. So I put myself back on there. And I'm going to give it a try. Met a nice gentleman who I'm calling Big Country, right? He lived in Georgia, a few hours away. Had his own place. He had the requirements. He had his own place. He worked a job. He had a car. Okay, we're going to start right there, right? Very nice, very nice. Family man, involved with his family, his sisters, his mom and them, daddy was dead, and his brothers and all that, where they do family things. I like that. He believed in God. He voted. Just seemed like an all right guy. Didn't do too much, right? He's down in the country. But he was willing to do whatever I wanted to do, okay? Whatever I wanted to do, right? So, okay, cool. We talked. Now, generally, y'all, when I talk to somebody, 2 days is top. That's it, twice, because they reveal themselves, and then that's the end of that. Or either they realize I'm not what they looking for, right? And I ain't that stupid, I ain't that dumb, whatever it is, I'm not it, right? So, conversation was going good. Day 2, day 3, and I told him, that's nice, Now then, we had planned to meet the following weekend. Right, the following weekend. He was going to come here, I think, and get a room. I can't remember now. But he was coming here and meet me. Okay. Now then, that's right, we had planned. No, we wasn't going to come here. We was going to meet halfway. That's what it was. And halfway was Macon, which is not far, right? So, because he has family in Macon, and he wanted to make it close for me, because he actually lived further from Macon, but he wanted to make it close to me. So I thought that was nice, right? He wanted to make it easy for me. Wonderful, wonderful. We still talking all week long, and so we had planned to go to a restaurant and something else. Oh, we was going to go bowling. We thought about getting a pedicure, but he said, well, that's going to be a Saturday to be crowded if we don't get there in time. Because what our main goal was to go bowling. So we was going to go bowling, then go eat, right? So, okay, fine, he said we'll do the pedicure, mani-pedi, next time. I like a man to take care of his feet, okay? Keep all this in mind now. So, okay, day 3 or 4, conversation 5. Now we're getting close to the day, okay? We going. Now, the day was that we was going to meet because it was Saturday because I'm off on Saturdays, right? We going to meet on Saturday. I'm ready, right? I'm excited because he was such a nice guy. He didn't seem to be too forward sexually or none of that. He was a gentleman. Country guy. And he kept saying, he was a country man. That's wonderful, right? We laughed. And he could hold a conversation, which is sometimes hard to do with strangers. Sometimes people can't hold conversations. I can talk all day, but sometimes people can't hold a conversation, right? So that was nice. It was all flowing good, right? Saturday comes. Now we got plans, right? We got plans. By this time, we know a lot about each other. We can talk. We text all day and talk and text and talk. Okay, this is a situation. We're going to see what it do. Now, in my mind, and he was a big guy. I like big men. He was 6'4", 300 pounds, 5. Now, I don't, in my mind, I'm not thinking he might be sloppy 300. But, at this point, I like the conversation. We're going to work it out, right? So, Saturday comes. How did I know it was not a go initially? Saturday comes, and I didn't get those morning conversations. Hey, good morning, or how you doing, or how you feeling today, all that stuff, right? Didn't get that. I'm trying to think, was that Friday or Saturday that happened? I want to say it might have been Friday that happened, right? So I said, okay, something's up. Oh, Lord, right? I'm ready on my end, So he's off. That's right. He's off 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He works 10 hours a day. So Friday didn't go like the last Friday. I think I met him on a Friday. So it didn't go quite like the same. So, okay. Like it's been going every day. So I call him. And I want to say his guy friends come over, because they know he off. So they come around and have guy time and talk, drink beers, whatever. That's fine. So he said he would call me later, right? Okay. I don't know if later ever came or if I called him back. I can't remember. But I knew that it was a situation by the time I talked to him, right? Now, what I don't like is liars. Whatever your situation is, state that up front so I can make the choice to deal with it or not, or maybe we can figure out something together, right? So I don't think I talked to him till Saturday for some reason. I can't remember. Saturday morning. Yeah, we going? What's going on? And I had to call him. Again, I didn't get the good morning, I think. He says, well, I couldn't get my brother a car. Now, he had told me during the week he needed some work done on his car, not knowing it was major work, because you go to work every day, right? I thought you could make it. You the one decide, you could drive and make it and all that. That's what your family at. That's what you've been doing. I don't have a problem with it, right? He tells me his car need I want to say a water pump. That means it runs hot. I said, well, how do you get to work? He said, when he stop at the light, it run hot, and then when he go start driving again, it cool down. What? How is you driving that to work? Now, mind you, another thing I liked about him, he was stable. Been on his job 16 years. Right? So he's stable. I liked all of that stability, right? He had been married, so he was 3 years from a divorce. So he was used to being stable, right? So he says his car, he didn't want to tell me. He was going to use his brother's car. Brother had already told him he could have a car. And then yesterday, brother sent him a text and said, no, he can't use it. Now, at that point, you were supposed to contact me and say, no, we're going to set this up for another time, right? Now, y'all know that a car is a prerequisite to dating me, right? You can't have a car, we can't date. So, and I've told him this during conversation, why I'm single and all this. And, I've told him this. He listened to all of this. This is the problem I have with Negroes on the dating site. Because they can lie and be who you want them to be until it get down to the wire, right? And I guess they think they won you over. Well, anyway, he said he had it all figured out with his brother. With your brother? So I said, you've been on your job too long to not have a decent car. You owe that to yourself. You owe that to yourself to have a decent car. You got to have a decent automobile. get back and forth to work. All he basically did was go to work, and when he get off work, he stopped by Mama's, get a plate, and then he come home. That was his life. On Fridays and Saturdays, when his boys know he home, in the afternoon, they hang out all day, a part of the day, or whatever, drink beer, talk loud. That was his life. But he was willing to do things with me. As long as you're willing, that's fine. So, then he says he had it planned, and he didn't want to hurt my feelings or whatever he said he didn't want to do. So then he went to see. Now, this is another thing I found out that day. He paid a large amount of child support, and this was his payday. I didn't know that at the time, but I knew it then. So I said, listen, anything that's going on, you need to tell me and be totally honest, because I need to know things, right? So he was stating that he paid $800 a month in child support. Now, let me tell y'all this. He married a woman who couldn't have kids. They adopted one. That's fine. They adopted one. She wanted another one, but the other one came with 4 more. So now they adopt 5. So now he got 6 kids. Is it 6 kids? Yeah. 6 kids that aren't his, that he is now paying child support for. Was it a plan from the beginning? I don't know. Come to find out, this woman, he gave her his whole paycheck. This was a good guy. He was generally a good guy. He just didn't know how to deal with me. You have to be truthful with me. He gave his wife his whole paycheck, did not know she was not paying his truck note. Therefore, he stuck with the old car. You know how people have old car they just like having? And he loved his car. I could tell the excitement in his throat. I said, well, you probably need to get rid of that. Oh, no, I ain't getting rid of it. It had a name. I ain't getting rid of Sally. Sally ain't doing you no good, though, right? So he told me that he paid that big amount of child support. Now, I said to myself, you paying for kids that ain't even yours. But okay, you didn't raise them. And so I said, well, are you close with them? And he said they don't call him unless they want something. Okay, maybe that's all kids. I don't know. So I said, you need to get you a car. Let's figure out how to get you a car. You've been on your job X amount of years. You work every day. You owe that to yourself. And I said, I can't fool with you without a car. I'm not. That's gonna be that. So he talked to another brother. Other brother said he could use his car. I said, listen. He started telling me he didn't have much money and this and that. So all week it was a go until the paycheck come. Now it ain't no go. I said, listen, I don't want to be with you and you got to scramble around and we got to cut ourselves short of what we want to do. We wasn't doing nothing but bowling, going to eat, right? But I want you to have enough and you got to get back to work and so on and so forth for 2 weeks. This is why y'all never really dated working men. So I'm willing to work it out. I'm willing to be patient because he had all these good qualities. So I thought. So I said, let's do this. Let's see how much you make. You need to get your car. I said, you can get your car. He said, well, I got the other one. The truck got repoed. Don't worry about that. That's you owe the bank. The dealership ain't mad at you. You can go back to them. He didn't know. A lot of things he didn't know because I guess he wasn't interested in knowing or his wife was taking care of everything. Not so wise, right? I get your wife paying all the bills, but she wasn't. So, and, he'd show me the house that they had. I believe she's still living in it, right? And nice big ranch. Nice piece of little property, right? So, he was content with nothing. All he wanted was enough money to go to work and come back. Really a good guy. They don't even make him like that no more, I don't believe. So I said, let's figure out what your bills is. So let's go down the line, how much you make. Let's figure out your bills. Let's see what you have left. And first of all, let's break that child support up into 2 payments instead of 1. Make life easier for you. Because on the first, you got to pay your rent. You got to pay child support. You got to pay your bill. You don't have nothing for yourself. That's why you go to Mama's every day and get a plate. So now I'm seeing that you ain't as independent or whatever I thought you was, right? And I'm gonna work you. I'm gonna help you through this, right? As a friend. So he says he told me what he made. and what his bills were. And so I said, okay, now I want you to go to the dealership and get you a car. He said, they're going to give me what? I said, yeah. Because he had good credit. That's another thing. He had good credit. He had good credit. He just got a credit card with $3,000 on it. They don't get those away easily. So he had good credit. And he told me what his credit score was, but I can't remember. It was average. But I think it was more than what it was. So anyway, he said his air conditioner went out. His air unit went out. I said, listen, you call the people out and you pay them with your card. Don't try to pay them with your money, right? He needed a lot of working on, okay? He needed a lot of working on. But he was a nice guy and he had all these qualities. I have a book. It's in my room now. I used to keep it right here. With the qualities, I wrote down all the qualities that a man must possess, right? He possessed all of those qualities. So I said, well, let's see if I can help him out, right? Because that's what we do. We nurturers. Starting off wrong. So he possessed those qualities. He didn't mind telling me what he made. I said, now listen, this is what you need to do. I said, do you pay $800? Did the judge say you have to pay $800 at once, or can you break it up? He said, no, I decided to do that. So the more I talked to him, I realized he was not that, the common sense wasn't all the way there, right? So I said, you need to break that up. Therefore, you'll have more money at the end of each pay period. You'll have more money in your pocket. And then you'll be able to get your car, and don't go over with your car and insurance. Don't let it go over $500. So the next Saturday, he said he was going to, no, he called him, and he said the next day he was off, which was a Friday, he was going into the dealership. Now, first he said he wasn't going to go to Ford, he was going to go to Dodge. Then he said he was going to go to Chevy. Ended up he went to Ford. Now, what I didn't know was that there were people behind the scenes. He told me about his sister. He talked about his mama. Didn't know that they were in control of his money. Didn't know that. So now you got the ex-wife getting the bulk of your change. You got mama and you got the sister. So I told him, the people came, fixed the unit. They fixed the unit, it was $300. And then he told me that his sister had his card. Now, I forgot to tell you this. When he got the card, he had to go over his mama's house where the other brother lived so the brother could activate the card. Right then, I said, the elevator don't go all the way to the top. Okay. All you got to do is call the number on the back. That's all you got to do. But he had to let his brother do that. So in my mind, I'm formulating, he doesn't really know how to conduct business. Someone has always conducted it for him. He didn't fill out that application for the credit card. Probably his sister did, right? And it's probably for her benefit, right? Because he told me the next day that his sister took his daughter shopping. And she had the card, and she hadn't brought it back yet. A couple of days had passed, right? So then he stopped talking about the car. He said he was waiting on her to call him back. Okay. Now, this is the following week. He tells me that he has is it CPAP when you cover your face at night? Total turn off. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to listen to you breathing to make sure you're alive. I had a friend like that years ago who snored real loud and his breathing would stop. He eventually died too. So I don't want to, it was a guy I dated. I don't want to, that ain't what I want to do, right? And then I want to be able to cuddle with you and so on and so forth if we get to that point, right? I can't do that and you got the hazmat suit on, right? So he told me that. That's something you should have told me in the beginning. Now we into week 2 or 3, right? 2. You should have told me that. You should have told me that, right? So we're going to still keep talking. Now, it bothered me, but I said it ain't going to. He was like, well, no, I can get these things. And I seen them strips you put on your nose. I seen that. So, okay, that's what you do. But I don't want you to die trying to be around me, right? So now we got that. Now, he had sent me a picture, y'all. And I ain't going to tell you what kind of picture it was. But something told me to blow the picture up. When I blew the picture up, his feet looked like eagle's claws and pig's feet. His feet looked horrible. His feet looked horrible, right? I said, I can't. Now, he don't know that I seen his feet. One toe had a claw. The other toes, their nails were so long, it looked like, when I don't know, men may not know this, but when we go get our nails done and they put that nail on there, that's what his toes look like. One toe looked like a claw. It was hard. Now, he had told me he'd get pedicures. You ain't never got a pedicure. You've never gotten a pedicure. You've never gotten a pedicure in your life, right? That was lie number one. Lie number two, you didn't know how to handle your business. Lie number three, he stopped talking about the car, so I guess he wasn't going to get the car. I'm assuming that his sister said, you don't need no car. That one's good enough. So I realized he was the one, because he told me also that he signed for his mom's trailer. So he was the one that everybody relied on and took part in his money. Everybody, right? So needless to say, I had some words with him, and he still wanted to be nice. So he would text me good morning, I would text him good morning back, just being nice, right? But I knew that wasn't going to go nowhere, because you're not going to get a car. Your mama and sister ain't going to let you. Your feet, see, the part about your toenails grossed me all the way out, because if your feet look like that, what your butt look like is you probably cleaning yourself. Like, we got all kind of stuff going on out here. Monkeypox, COVID, STDs, like, your feet. When I tell y'all his feet turned me all the way off. And if he's watching this, cut your toenails. Go. Matter of fact, his feet couldn't be done at the mani-pedi place. That might have been why he canceled it and said, wait till the next time. He needed to go to a podiatrist. Right? Again, his house was clean and all that. We FaceTime all the time, house was clean. But something about your body I didn't trust. Because if your toes look like that, what the rest of it look like, right? Are you lotioning? Are you greasing? Are you doing any self-care to yourself? Or you just get up and go to work, come back home? Listen, he was handsome, very handsome. Chocolate, the beard, very handsome, beautiful smile. His teeth was on point. Just them toes, y'all. And the fact that he couldn't breathe. And he said he'd been told that he snored very loud. I don't like snoring loud. I don't like, especially not that kind where you need a machine. That's bad. I don't want to be laying next to a contraption, right? So then he asked me, I told him, I said, listen, you're not a man. I ain't a grown man. Your mom and sister and them handle your business. You ain't got control of your money. It's bad enough your ex-wife get 1/3 of it. Your sister get the rest. I need a grown man. Now, he had said me and his sister would get along. It was going to be nice. But I knew that it wasn't, because he showed me his sisters on Facebook and all that. They weren't going to like me. It was too different. They weren't going to like me. And so, I'm assuming that the sister said, because he stopped talking about the car, he said, well, wait on them to call me back. I said, well, you need to go there and go and sit until they find, and he went back to Ford. He didn't go to Chevy, he didn't go to Dodge, all that he was talking about. He went back to Ford. He said that was the closest. So I'm saying, he was all right with riding that raggedy car around. And then he texted me after a couple of days and said, did I want to go on a cruise with him and his family? Because he had told me about the cruise. His brothers go on cruises and he don't never have a plus one. I said, you can't even get to me. How we going to get to a cruise? Right? I said a whole bunch of stuff because I felt that he was just telling me what I wanted to hear, even though he was nice. But he was a liar. Because omitting the truth is the same as lying, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody, and especially when I asked you, be honest. Don't tell a lie after the first lie. Don't tell me, well, I was trying to figure it out and work it out. No, you tell me at the front, my car don't work. That way, we would have never talked. The car don't work, call me when your car get to working. Because I'm not in for the talking. You know, I want some action. Let's go somewhere. Let's do some stuff. Let's enjoy life. That's what I'm on, right? So, needless to say, I have deleted my Facebook dating app. I will never ever get back on there again because I have not met anybody worthy. You know, the last time I met the guy that didn't believe in God, I told y'all about that, right? So I'm done. I'm done. Good luck to those who do. Good luck. I'm going to take my chances out here in the streets, in the real streets instead of the virtual streets. I was actually going out last weekend. I got the cold. Horrible cold. I'm better now. So I'm going out this weekend with my girl Mo. She down here. I'm going to hang out and meet some real people. Because the people in Facebook is not real people. They're not real people, right? And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I got on there during the pandemic, probably when it first started, right? That's when I noticed it, right? So 2 years of it, it ain't for me. That ain't for me. And like I said, I know people who, wonderful things, marriages. I know 3 people I can think of right now at the top of my head who got married recently. Just ain't for me, right? So I'm going to take myself on outside and meet me somebody. Now, the problem is monkeypox is down here, and today a lady in Georgia has monkeypox. I don't know if they said she was in Atlanta, but she's in Georgia. Initially it was, which I knew that was going to happen, it was just supposedly gay men. But yesterday I was watching the news, and a man said I guess he said he ain't gay, they didn't show his face, but he has monkeypox, and he don't know how he got it. And now today a lady has it. So listen, y'all, I'm scared, right? And I've been scared because of COVID. Now we got all this other shit. Like, I don't know. I just stay prayed up and be with the Lord. But I would like to some male attention and do things with a man. That's all I'm gonna do is have fun and talk shit and somebody see about me and all like that, right? But it won't be off the Facebook date now. So that's my story with Big Country. Big Country was content with nothing, and I think had I started liking him or something, I would have had to be content too, because he lived in the country part of Georgia. I'm not, and I told him, I said, I'm a city girl. I'm definitely a city girl. I like being down south, but I'm a city girl. I need street lights, I need Walmart, the closest Walmart. Listen, he was on the border of Alabama and Florida. And so if they really wanted something, he had to go to Tallahassee. Child, listen. And I was willing. See, this is what I'm tired of. I'm tired of making sacrifices for somebody that ain't even worth it. You know, I'm going out my way. When had you told me, I wouldn't have did it. And that's the problem. You know, dudes are not forthcoming. Not saying that you meet somebody in the streets, they're not forthcoming, but you get a better view, a better picture, a better read, a better energy. You get a better everything, you know, in person. So that's what I'm gonna do. So y'all pray for your girl. I'm done with the dating app though. I'm all the way done. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget all my social media stuff is down in the description box. And I still got t-shirts for $20. Small, medium, large, extra large. Y'all, cause don't look like I'm getting no man to help me. So y'all buy some t-shirts, yeah? Send a cash app, do something. Alright? Anyway, y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow. I think I'm gonna talk about, cause this charade and Martell thing is a real thing. It's a real thing. I got some information on it. Where they was and everything. It's a real thing, y'all. So I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye. Everybody be cool. Stay good.